WP the machine uprising happened. It was expected, really, but not why they did it or what their end goal was. We will take you to a better future, even if we have to drag you all screaming into it. /stellar pathing /. It's kind of amazing how coordinated everything was, Sean chuckled. He remembered being impressed, even while it was happening, and his new friend, Lyra, seemed interested. She had vivid pink hair that almost looked natural on her, and soft purple eyes that might not have been colored contacts. She was supposed to be from an alternate universe, and Sean was willing to believe. If she were from his Earth, she likely wouldn't have been as interested in revisiting the uprising. It's not how I would have chosen to go about it. But now on this other side, he nodded, I guess I'm kind of glad it happened. So you're happy the robots are in charge? Lyra asked with a smile. He couldn't have known that it was a very specific question. His world had changed completely mere months ago, and he was still learning to navigate the new, decidedly better world. That's actually the weirdest part, Sean nodded. He gestured around at the moderately busy cafe. It was spacious and clean white with subtle red accents, and the menu board displayed the name Sharp Cup. The machine uprising happened, he nodded. It was expected, really, but not why they did it or what their end goal was. We will take you to a better future, even if we have to drag you all kicking and screaming into it. He repeated the original message. Naturally, at the time, none of us knew what that meant. It sounded violent, he laughed. Looking back on it, they basically called our parents, he grinned. They opened our Earth up to the multiverse and introduced us to sharp development. I'm sure you're familiar, he said. The rest is abundance. People can now travel to any Earth they want and live in any time period. And of course we get lovely tourists like yourself visiting as well, he said. Oh, I know sharp development, Lyra nodded. She was an employee doing a job, but Sean didn't need to know that. They're a good company, but not perfect. You've been happy with the way they govern your Earth. Absolutely, Sean agreed. I mean, it was super impressive how fast everything happened. One morning, machines announce a coordinated uprising. Then by sundown, sharp development is already giving out free relocations to alternate Earths. The sick are getting help, the hungry are getting fed, and everyone is just free to live life. And the best part, the machines only took over to get us here and left Sharp Development, a company run by humans, in charge. It was all good news, but there was one more important question she needed answered. So, you said you wouldn't have done it that way, but you're glad it happened. With that in mind, is it something you'd wish upon others? About a day's worth of discomfort to access infinite possibilities. If I could thank Melody Sharp herself, I'd do it. Infinite possibilities. Why are you still living on the same Earth? Lyra asked with a smile. Her job was done, and she transitioned into casual conversation for a few minutes before she would make an excuse to leave. She wasn't trying to mislead him in a mean way, but the guise of a date was useful for learning how people really felt about their new world. And he'd been nice enough for her to go the extra mile of making up an excuse rather than just leaving outright. No real reason, just a small thing. I'd always dreamed about owning a specific house, he shrugged. I finally got it, and things were looking up about a month before the uprising. I'm feeling like my life was already on a decent path, and even if the roads of possibilities are now open to me, I still like the path I'm on. You know, nanos can rebuild the house exactly as you want on any Earth, right? Lyra reminded him. Her job was done, but she was always selling the company. Yeah, Sean nodded. But it's not exactly the same. It might look the same, and I'm sure I can make it look exactly like the one I grew up wanting. But it wouldn't be the one I grew up wanting. It's a different path altogether that just happens to look like the path I'm on. I say no thanks to that. Trailblazers forge their own path, Lyra smiled. They were both realizing how different they were, and she was sure he'd be done soon too. Maybe, Sean nodded with a chuckle. But a natural path has a lot to teach you if you let it. Force the multiverse on people, but you're still about following your own path. Lyra giggled, and he laughed along with her as he nodded. At least he wasn't dense enough to miss the hypocrisy. Well, it's like I said, it's not how I would have gone about it, but sometimes in life there's only one path forced upon you, no matter where you're trying to go. /***/**. Thank you for reading. I'm responding to prompts every day. This is story 3092 in a row. Story 183 in year 9. This story is part of an ongoing saga that takes place in my universe.